So I am just on my way out. It is, what's the time now? Oh, 8:25. Just on my way to the field, which is actually just across the road. Well, not across the road, but it's about 2 minutes away. And I've got the little radio control car in the boot, so I'm going to go and give it a pre-test warm-up and see how it gets on. So quite looking forward to that, because it's got the GoPro on the top of it, and obviously I'll bring you guys some footage a bit later. So I have just been to take Jade to work, because if you remember from last night's video, I picked her up from work, so had to take her into work this morning because she left her car there. So just done that little errand this morning. Now I'm going to head home, and I am going to take my little radio controlled car out again. So I think I put some footage, well, I don't think I did, I know I did. I put some footage up on Instagram earlier, so be sure to check that out. But I will add some footage of the GoPro on top of the RC car onto the end of this video. It's very, very shaky because obviously it's off-road. I think the GoPro would be more suited to it if it was kind of on a flat surface, like tarmac or something like that. So I will add that onto the end of the video anyway, just so you can see it. But man, that little RC car is fast as hell. Things have moved on so much since I had one when I was younger. I had my little kind of grasshopper, and I had the Beetle, I think, or the little Tamiya truck that was absolutely shocking. So these things really have moved on so significantly. This thing absolutely flies, and the battery lasted for about 20 to 25 minutes, which is just about right, I think. So the batteries are on charge now. Go home, take the little car out, go pick Brooke up, and probably head out for some lunch. So me and Brooke are on our way to go and get some lunch, and just before I came out, I watched I don't ever do this, but I just really wanted to see it. I watched the main fight on the UFC 171 last night. Normally I watch it all the way through, because quite often they give away what's gone before in the commentary, so I don't ever watch it in that order. I usually watch it the right way. So luckily they didn't do that, so I watched that fight, and I really wanted Robbie Lawler to win, for the pure fact that I don't like Johnny Hendricks because of the way he handled the fight with GSP, and GSP is my absolute hero. So I wanted Robbie Lawler to win, and they basically won 2 rounds each. Hendricks won the first 2, Lawler won the second 2, and I thought, oh man, Lawler's like got the kind of rhythm. He's going to come out and win the 5th round, because it all basically came down to the 5th round, and he was beating the absolute shit out of Johnny Hendricks on those last 2 rounds, 3 and 4. But Hendricks, got to give him credit, he kind of dug really deep and came out and won the 5th round. So that was that. But Hendricks' face was all smashed up, and if you remember back to the GSP fight, he said that he was like, oh, look at George St. Pierre, his face is all smashed up, there's nothing on mine. But if you reverse that round, his face was all fucked up, and Robbie Lawler's face was absolutely fine. So if you base the win on his logic, which he said himself, then he should have lost the fight. But yeah, unfortunately he didn't. Hopefully someone else will come along and take the belt for him as soon as possible, so I'm really not a fan of that bloke. And also when he's in the press conference afterwards, he does that weird thing where he spits into a glass every 30 seconds, and it's fucking disgusting. I've no idea what he's doing. I don't know if he's chewing tobacco or what, but it's absolutely disgusting. Not a glass, a bottle. He has like a plastic bottle, and he kind of goes and he spits into it all the time. It's disgusting. But anyway, yeah, we are on our way out. The weather is absolutely beautiful, 18 degrees at the moment, and it's getting hotter, so looking forward to the rest of the day. So just been for lunch, and I just was going to answer a couple of questions that I keep getting asked all of the time. The most common question I keep getting asked at the moment is, what radio station do I listen to? And I don't really listen to it. I am actually listening to a radio station at the moment, but I never ever listen to radio stations. All of the music that you hear in the vlogs is all just the stuff that I have on my iPod Classic, which is plugged in permanently to my car. And Brooks just tweeted me. What did that say? What did he say?
I can't believe you didn't know who Anne Frank was.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't know who Anne Frank is, so Brooks taking the piss out of me. So yeah, that's where my music comes from. It's just stuff that I've obviously collected over the years, and the 160 gigabyte iPod Classic stays in my car just all of the time connected, and occasionally I add to it using Shazam and stuff like that, like listening to stuff. But yeah, I never ever really listen to the radio ever. And the other question I got was, oh, about that radio controlled car, why didn't I get nitro? And the reason was that the guy in the shop told me that basically nitro ones are quite a lot of grief, and that they are no longer faster than the electric brushless ones. So I went with the electric brushless because they are much easier to maintain and apparently a little bit quicker as well. So that was the answer to that question as well. We're just on our way back now. The sun is absolutely beaming down, as you can see. Beautiful weather today. And then I've got Jade's mum popping around this afternoon, so I've got to get back in time for that. So it's been a great day. We've been out playing with the car, which was absolutely fantastic. I feel like I've got a bit of a suntan as well. I think I've got some white panda eyes going on around there with from the glasses. But yeah, it's been a great day. The RC car has just been so much fun, and I am still absolutely overwhelmed with the speed of that thing. I did a tiny little bit of footage on some concrete, so I'll put that at the end, and I think it's just better than it being on the grass. I'll put the grass one on there as well, but that's like all over the place. The one on concrete is actually pretty good footage. So tonight I want to go and see Need for Speed at the cinema, and Jade no doubt will not want to come because she's been at work all day and blah blah blah, and she just, don't know why, she just doesn't like going to the cinema, but oh well, she's got bad taste. And talking of bad taste, someone just tweeted me and said, where is it? The critics absolutely rinsed Need for Speed. And I replied and put it publicly and said the critics have got the worst fucking taste in movies ever. Don't you think that these critics are just absolute tossers? They're basically, unless some film is like arty-farty or has got some fucking stupid like arty kind of background to it, or it's black and white, or it's about some particular fucking arty-farty thing, they basically think it's shit. There's nothing wrong with mindless action, you know, slightly thin storyline, maybe not the best acting, but something that just keeps you entertained for 90 minutes or 2 hours is what movies are all about. They don't all have to be absolute masterpieces of intellectual nonsense. They can just be mindless fun. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But for some reason, these critics, you know, there just has to be something specific about it for it to be any good in their eyes. And I'm actually having a little rant now about critics because they really do piss me off with their kind of sort of arty-farty bullshit. And I know I've said that phrase about 20 times, but it does actually fuck me off quite considerably. And I bet that Need for Speed is quite good. It's got Jesse Pinkman in it, so that's an attraction. I know that's not his real name, but we're going to call him Jesse Pinkman. It's got a load of decent cars in it, doing ridiculous stunts that would never ever be even remotely possible in any planet. And that's great. That's perfect. Sunday night, bit of mindless viewing, spending a couple of hours watching some cool cars racing. That's absolutely fine. I've got no problem with that whatsoever. But anyway, that is the end of my rant. That is also the end of today's vlog. Hope you've all had an absolutely fantastic weekend. I really do. And I will be back with you guys tomorrow, obviously, because we do this every day. And perhaps I should stop saying that. Peace.